Okay, so we've all heard how awesome the real grade God Gundam is, right? So guess what? They have an expansion set for the real grade God Gundam now as well too. But yeah, today we'll just be checking out. I guess I'll be unboxing this just to show you guys what's inside, because I know a lot of times when you order a lot of premium Bandai products, especially like when you see these like black and white boxes, you honestly don't know what you're getting, right? And it's always like a mystery. So I thought I'd kind of share with you guys just my thoughts on it, as well as just to see what's inside. So you see the box on here. I mean, it pretty much just shows that like the real Grey God Gundam is, of course, is painted and panel lined. So on the box you do see that you do get Funsaki. You get the effect part for the King of Hearts where he's doing his Sekia Tenkyoken, as well as like the fist as well too. On the rest of the box, you don't really see anything else. It kind of just shows you like you do get a stand, as well as another stand which is for the effect part as well too. I believe this stand is probably just for him. And then you have all those like tiny little effect parts. This part actually is just for the wings. So on the regular God Gundam, you actually have the wing attacher to the backpack. But what this does is that for this extra expansion set, it actually lets you separate the wings, so it comes in layers, which I'll kind of get a preview picture from their advertisements with the colors and everything. And you see here, it comes with like all these effect parts for like the Sekia Tenkyoken orb. But yeah, overall, I think it's pretty cool. The thing is, I just kind of hate that it's locked behind premium Bandai. So let's kind of take a look at what's inside the box here. So we kind of want to look at the instruction manual first, right? So just to see what's in there. In total, it comes with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 runners, including the base, right? And then you get 2 sticker sheets. I would assume the stickers for Funsaki, and the marking sticker is for that King of Hearts logo that goes inside the orb. And it kind of just shows you how to assemble it. So you see here, I guess like it gives you that punching effect part, which I kind of like. I hate how it's locked behind premium Bandai, but normally you would have to get effect parts where it's either custom made, or you would have to figure something out yourself. And there are like Tamashi effect parts, but it might not be like universally applicable. But this is specifically for the God Gundam. I guess you could use it for other things as well too if you wanted to. So it tells you that the lightning effect parts you can kind of use for both the God Finger and the Sekia Tenkyoken. So it shows you that. So it kind of shows you here, right? So you can kind of attach those lightning effects to the orb itself. And it shows you how to do it. I guess when you cut these tiny parts, you just gotta make sure you don't cut the actual like effect parts itself. You kind of get like that part as well, whereas like the aura, like the punching effect, which I most likely don't think I would use. And then it shows you the hyper mode display base. So it's pretty much just like a regular action base, to be honest. I don't think it really matters. So this is the hyper mode where, again, it lets you attach the wings separately. So instead of actually having it one layer, I believe in the regular Real Grey kit, it actually lets you layer it out. And I believe you can actually shift the positions around as well too, which is kind of cool. So you kind of get like a more 3D-ish effect. Yeah, so it shows here that you can actually slide these like back and forth. And the cool thing about this is also is if you want him to ride the hog and ride Funsaki, he has it here. I guess it's Funsaiki, but I guess like the dub, I always thought I heard Funsaki. So I don't think I've ever seen the God Gundam actually get the horse himself. I know the Master Gundam, I think, has it. Although I'm not really sure if I would end up displaying him with the mount. But it does look pretty cool. Maybe I will give that a try. So it just shows you how you could assemble the horse. The cool thing about the horse also is you actually get like the rope that he can hang onto. So it's kind of like when you're riding a horse and you're like pulling like the rope there. So the rest of it, it does have like this ugly sticker-ish though on parts of the horse. I believe like that's just like part of his limbs. So I'll show you the sticker sheet, which is not really that extensive. I guess for if you really wanted to paint it, you could. The cool thing about it also is that if you actually have the stand for the horse, which it comes with, you actually don't need an action base. And I guess somehow he's able to just sit on top of it. I guess, without falling off. But I guess it's like kind of like locked into it. Like it slides into. Oh, okay, I see. It kind of slides into like that leg slot. Yeah, it's pretty cool. And then we're gonna show you the runners. So these are just like the clear parts I would assume for the actual attachment parts. The actual plastic itself, the good thing about the horse actually is there's actually a lot of like lines already built into it. So when you're actually panel lining this, I think it would come out pretty nice. I've actually personally never built a real grade before, so this is actually gonna be a pretty neat experience. So that's just more parts of the horse, and then you have the effect parts for the Godfinger and the Sekia Tenkyoken. This was honestly my biggest gripe, which I'm gonna show you at the end of the video what I previously used for the high grade. I've never actually built a real grade before, and the God Gundam is actually one of my favorite kits. The one thing I wonder about the sticker is this like a regular sticker, or I would assume it's not a water slide. I just never dealt with stickers like this before, and I actually can't wait to build the kit. So you just see here, it's pretty much just clear parts for that, and then it comes with that action base, which is pretty cool. And then the rope for the horse. Yeah, and then you see how like there's pretty much just a very 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 small sticker piece for this, which is kind of interesting actually. There's only one sticker for green, so I actually wonder if there's actually a sticker for the eye. So actually, let's look at that again. Yeah, I guess there is a sticker piece 1 and 2 for the eye. 1 and 2. Oh, I see, I see. It's actually a very, 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 very small sticker piece. There's 1 and 2 there. So it's actually the green parts for the eye itself. I guess like there's not really that much coloring on this kit, so if you really wanted to just color it in yourself and paint it, it really shouldn't be too bad. All right, and this is what it looks like on the Premium Bandai website. So if you don't know what Premium Bandai is, it's the P to Bandai website where they sell like exclusive stuff, which kind of sucks because the fact that this was a limited release, and I would assume the God Gundam, since it's one of their best real grades from what I've heard, it kind of sucks for people that really, really like the God Gundam that you can't order any more of this because the pre-order window was in August, and if you didn't know about this and it closed in October, this is delivering in November, which would be next month. In Japan, they've already gotten it, which is why I already have it. Um, so this is what it looks like colored, where you get the effect part for the Sekia Tenkyoken. It's kind of like a very, very tiny orb, although the pictures are very, very, very deceiving. It would make you think it's bigger, right? But it looks really nice, and I would assume like a pose like this or a pose like this is what people would generally want to go for, right? And again, I just don't really like the fact that it's locked behind Premium Bandai and it's a limited release. But at the moment, you could probably find these things on eBay for like I don't know, around like $40-ish. So you might want to be on the lookout for that. Again, it looks very, very nice. The fact that there was already a lot of lines for panel lining on the horse itself, I think that's really good. The one gripe I heard about the actual base kit for the real grade was that the chest part was actually not a clear colored part. It's actually a sticker behind it, as well as the eyes was actually a sticker as well too, which makes no sense since even in high grades itself, you have that color separation now, which I really don't understand why they don't do it for a real grade, especially since they did so well on the rest of the kit. But yeah, I'm excited to build this. I hope this kind of informs you on like what the actual expansion set actually looks like in the box and out of the box, so you have an idea of like if you're looking to buy it, what the runners would look like and what to kind of expect from it, as well as I guess showing you that instruction booklet will kind of give you an idea of how to plan it out, especially if you're planning to like paint it, I guess. Whereas on the God Gundam, the red for the Royal Metallic Red looked kind of washed out. Of course, like lighting has a play in part of it as well too. But with the Tekkaman Blade, I was actually able to get a more richer and deeper dark metallic royal red color out of it. And it actually turned out way better than how this turned out, where it actually didn't turn out that great, where it kind of looks a little bit more washed out. Um, but I'm honestly not sure if I'll end up painting again because as much as I like the gold and getting like a red on there, I still feel like the gold is a little bit dark as opposed to like out of the box. Normally, the V-Fin, you have this like bright yellow color, which I feel like a lot of these newer kits do the yellow a little bit better, depending on the kit, of course, right? So I guess I'll have to see if I decide if I straight build it or end up painting it. But yeah, my major gripe, honestly, has been the fact that effect parts like the beams or anything like that has always been premium products, or you would have to customize it, or you would have to end up buying like Tamashi effect parts, which kind of don't really mesh well specifically for the kit itself. So I do think the fact that they came out with like a premium Bandai kit like this, where you're able to actually specifically have an effect part for the God Gundam, and it's pretty cool, and it doesn't require you to be like very knowledgeable. At a base price is $30, which is like almost like the price of the kit, but I think it's pretty acceptable for the fact that it's if you buy effect parts separately, it's pretty expensive anyways. But yeah, I would say like if you're able to get a hold on this now, do it just because premium Bandai products, I don't think they really skyrocket in price, but because of the fact that the God Gundam is a pretty popular kit. Even now, like if you want to get something like the high res, for example, it's a pretty expensive kit, and I think it's somewhat still kind of hard to come by. But I wanted to kind of show the high grade outside of just flexing my work. But I kind of also wanted to show the high grade just to let people know that, hey, you know what? If you don't want to build a real grade, you find that daunting. If you find like a master grade, I'm personally not a fan of 100 kits because I find 100 kits kind of chunky depending on the kit itself. Whereas I find like smaller 144 kits, they have this like more detail to it and they look kind of like more sharp in a way. They don't look as chunky and fat, which is why I like the smaller kit. So I think if you're able to put a little bit of work into an actual high grade, I think high grades are very good alternative. I think like they look really nice as long as you put some work into it. They're not as detailed, which is why I think real grade is actually a very good step up from there. And especially with how kits look nowadays out of the box, as long as you just kind of panel line and top coat, kits look amazing. So yeah, that's pretty much it for I guess like my overview and I guess like my thoughts on the actual expansion set for the God Gundam, and I hope it helped. Thank you for watching and have a great day. Take care. So yeah, I mean, also, I actually told myself that I wouldn't build the real grade one because I really love the God Gundam. As you see here, I built the high grade God Gundam where I actually painted it with Gundam markers, and I think it came out pretty good for what it was. And I thought I really liked how I guess it looked. I kind of made it like a very ghetto Sekia Tenkyoken where I actually used a Piccolo uh special beam cannon effect part from the Figure Eye series, and I kind of used that for my display. And I'm not really sure if I'll end up painting the God Gundam again because again, I do use the Royal Metallic Red, and I've had good experiences with it.